Hey everyone, welcome to Showing Up, your weekly video series that helps you show up at home, at work, and in life. I'm Michael Philpott. I'm an expert in the art of public speaking, presenting, and pitching. So I help people to win the hearts and minds of any audience on any stage.
And I'm Kaushik Kumar. I'm a video producer and sales video consultant. I help business leaders sell, influence, and engage using videos.
Nice.
So today we're talking about the 5 reasons unprepared speakers look bad for your business. You see, having people who represent your company get up on stage or in front of a camera means you are trusting that they will do an outstanding job. But unfortunately, that's not always what happens.
So based off of that, these are the 5 reasons that unprepared speakers look bad for your business.
When they don't prepare, it looks like they don't care.
So from all of the work that I've done coaching people, I've come to realize that they have a tendency to grossly underestimate just how much preparation is required to design, develop, and deliver a really high quality presentation.
Well, I've heard that the average time needed to be fully prepared is at least an hour of development for every minute of presentation. So a 15-minute presentation will need at least 15 hours of preparation. Is that true?
At a minimum, and yes, it's true.
Wow.
So what's the next one?
They look like they don't know what they're talking about.
Cool. So I have to say, contrary to popular belief, and I've heard this a lot, the night before your big presentation is not the ideal time to realize or figure out that you should have given yourself more time.
And nothing screams unprofessional like a public declaration of procrastination and poor time management. And nothing says unprepared like a handful of tattered notes and a dazed, confused, and disorientated speaker.
And we've all seen that. But that leads nicely into the next one.
They look like they don't know what they're talking about.
For sure. So here's the thing. You don't have to be an authority in your field to read word for word off a PowerPoint.
And if the speaker sets up the visuals as a crutch and uses them as a giant post-it note that they just read off,
well then, they have pretty much just given the biggest presentation of their life that shows a whole room full of potential customers that they might not know what they're talking about.
And that looks bad. But fortunately for us, leads nicely into point number 4. It looks like the business doesn't invest in its people.
So not many people seem to realize this, but you don't get professional presentation coaching or training in high school, university, or even on an MBA.
And yet in business, it's expected that you will be good at it. If you want your people to represent you well, then you will need to help them do so by investing in their development.
Yeah. So here's the final one.
It looks like there's a culture that doesn't support employee success and sets people up to fail.
So who do you ask for help?
Who gives you their time?
Who within the organization will give you honest and accurate developmental feedback?
Who is qualified to do so?
And the last one, what does it say about an organization's culture when employees are potentially set up to fail?
So as I said at the start, these points relate to video creation just as much as they do to speaking on stage. So if you want your people to look good and sound great, we can help. If you want speaker coaching, get in touch with Michael.
And as always, if you would like beautiful videos created, you can get in touch with Kaushik.
And a huge shout out to Cafe Mirror for sponsoring this brand new upstairs event space for us to record our videos.
So if you're based in Christchurch, come down and check out the new space.
Catch you next week.
See ya.